Welcome back to Beyond the Game, where we go deeper than the highlights. Today, we got a special guest joining us. We got former four-star safety. He played at East Forsyth. He went to NC State and Fayetteville State. Here to talk about his football journey today, please welcome Khalid Martin.
Yo,
What's
yo, yo,
good,
what's up,
man? How
what's
you
up, man?
doing,
What's
bro?
up? I'm good, man. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be here.
Appreciate you joining us, man. All right, we're gonna get
Appreciate you
right
for
into
having.
it, bro. Do you remember how you really got into football?
Honestly, like I feel like football has always been there, like since like my earliest memories. Like my earliest memory I got with football, I say maybe it was probably like in the backyard at my grandma's house. It was all my older cousins and my uncles. Like this, my great uncles. This when they was younger too. So like they in like early 40s, late 30s. My older cousins like
Yeah,
early 20s and shit. Like you feel me? It's a grown up football game going on back there. So
yeah,
I'm just in the backyard. I'm like 4, maybe 5, you feel me? Like out there, they tagging off on me. I'm like, nah, y'all tackle me. You feel me? Y'all tackle me. I wanted all the smoke. Um, like just going from there, like just watching my older cousins and my older brother play. Like my older brother played a big role. Like a lot of people don't realize how big of a role my brother played, not only in my success but my motivation to play ball. You feel me? Like when you're the younger sibling, you look up to your older sibling. Like you kind of like to a certain extent you model yourself after your older sibling, or in ways model yourself because of your older sibling. Like if it's something you don't like, you'll stop doing it, or if it's something you like, you will take that and run with it. So like seeing my brother play ball and like seeing
yeah.
how he had the whole family hype and excited about him playing and about all his games and things of that nature. Like it motivated me to get on the field. I was trying to get on the field way before I was even old enough to play Pop Warner. So just seeing my brother play football, like it just showed me. Ultimately, just motivated me and pushed me to want to play ball. Like I was trying to get out on the field way before I was even supposed to. I think I was like 4, and like the age you could start flag is like back in the day. The age you could start flag was like 5 or 6, or like 5, I think. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
5. And like you can play 6. I mean, you can play Mighty Might at the earliest at the age of 6, I think. When I was trying my hardest to play Mighty Might with my brother, but I couldn't. But just like little things like that, like you feel me? I always wanted to play ball with my brother, and being at East with him, just like that, just like that did it for me. I had to do a lot of growing and coming into my own because like growing up, not just football, but like in life, I was kind of always in his shadow. I mean, that just comes with being a younger sibling, but
Yeah.
football helped me establish myself and establish my own identity. Um, in life and on the field. Like I created my own narrative using football, and I started to get a little buzz around the city, kind of going into high school. I say like after my 6th grade year, like I guess you could say that was like my awakening year. Matter of fact, we played y'all that year. What's the name? When I played for the Steelers and you played for the
Bruh, is
Ravens.
that when we talking about when you was damn playing with the Steelers and you damn 6'2" at 11 years old, bruh? Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah, yeah.
Come
That
on,
was
bruh.
that was my awakening year. I had hit a crazy growth spurt that summer. So like
And
I
what,
started
bruh? What?
I started lifting weights. And, like they used to say, like they used to tell you, like you lift weights, you're gonna stunt your growth. I tried to lift weights because I used to want to be a short, little, stocky running back. So I used to try to lift weights to stunt my growth. That never worked. Never.
Nah,
I used to
bruh.
do everything except smoke
Nah,
cigarettes.
bruh.
I'm talking about. They used to be like, they used to say drinking coffee stunt your growth. They say lifting weights stunt your growth. I did all that except smoke cigarettes. That's
Talking about, bruh, that jump was crazy, bruh. We talking about, it was, that was just, no, it was just crazy though, because then they said that you was younger than everybody that was on the teams anyway. I was like, bruh.
I was the youngest dude on that team.
But, yeah, exactly. But you talk about having to, like, play with Nike, bro. Like, them some big shoes to fill, bro. Nike ain't like like
There ain't no slouch.
Nike ain't no scrub. Like yeah, that ain't no scrub, bro.
So like just imagine like I had to
Like
like everybody seen him in the locker room as like Nike, the superstar, the guy, like the go getter, the home run hitter. Like if
yeah,
when in doubt, find Nike, when in doubt, find two. So like that's how everybody saw him. You feel me? But that's not key to me. Like that's my big brother. I grew up with him. Like so
yeah,
saying that and I literally like sleeping in the same room as that my whole life for real. Like we shared a room majority of our lives. That's why our bond so tight. So like
okay, facts.
I
That's
agree.
what, bro. Like me and Jarrell was talking. I was like, bro, like we being at East really like Nike really showed you like, bro, you only gonna get 3 or 4 touches. It's a matter of what you do with them touches. You need that after catch ability, and
Yeah.
Nike really showed us like it's you got to work on your release, you got to work on your route running. But once you get the ball in your hands, what are you
What you
gonna do
gonna
with it?
do?
Because Nike take 3 4 catches and go for a buck 25, and bro, and it's
No
just like
cap.
damn, like
You should see
he
my
got 2 3
mom's room.
tugs.
You should see my mom room. Like, so my mom has all our game balls. You know how like at East they used to give out the game balls and stuff.
Yeah,
But my mom has every game ball that me and our kids ever got. So like you should see how many six catches. Like the most I seen our kid is like maybe like 6 or 7 catches in the game. Like you
yeah,
should see how many 100-yard games this man has on like 3 and 4 catches, bro. How many multiple touchdown games this man has on like 3 catches. Like 3 catches, 2 tugs, 112 yards.
yeah.
Like some outrageous, like you feel me? Like
So stupid.
some shit,
So
and
stupid, bro.
that's a slight day for him. You feel me? So like,
Yeah, but that's why I tell people like I'm talking about this John. I'm like, bro, like don't like on I'm not riding nobody, bro. Like I was good in myself, but that nigga Nike was different,
different,
bro. Like
different, gang. Like, bro,
like
if you from the city of Winston Salem and
you
you
know,
actually know football and enjoy football and love football, you cannot say you love football and can't admit that my brother is probably like top three great best receivers to ever come out of
bro, you say top
Winston.
3, bro. You find me one better, bro. That's what I
Like,
said. I said you find me one better.
and like, I'm not just saying that that's because that's my brother, but that's like genuinely like I love the game of ball and like the things he did. And like a lot of people don't even know. Like he doesn't like watching football. Like he doesn't study football. Like
He
he
just played
never.
that junk.
Like he used to just get out there and play. Like he couldn't read a coverage until he got to college, dude. Like he didn't even know what cover three was his freshman year in college, bro. So like he's doing all this work and doing all these things of pure talent and just know it. Like I just know the game. So like seeing that and having to grow up with that and like literally iron is sharpening iron. Like I didn't start off as iron, but
Yeah.
I molded myself into iron. I started off as wood. Like honestly, like Nike sharpening me ultimately like turned my body from wood to iron. Used to be times like where we would go training and our trainer would tell us like, yeah, we not leaving until I win 3 reps back to back. I gotta win three. Like we used to go 5 rep series. I used to get murdered, bro, murdered, like murdered, bro. It used to be series where I might win 1 rep, like I'm going 1 for 4, like shit like that, bro. Like this is after a 2 hour workout, bro. So like you got a 2 hour workout, then after the workout, I'm probably out that bit for another hour to 2 hours just getting my ass whooped, like having to win, like having to win 3 reps back to back to back.
Yeah,
Like you know how hard that shit is, bro.
we gonna get Nike on here too. But
Got
when you
to.
talk about being at East, bro, me and Jarrell talked about it. We talked about like being able to separate yourself because of how competitive East is.
Yeah.
Like first, I want you to come in. I want you to talk about how like what it was like playing varsity as a freshman at East.
Playing varsity, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I was scared all season, probably until after Page. Like I think Page was like what weeks 5 or 6, maybe. It was not mid season, but it was early in the season, like early mid season. And like I was having a good year
Mhm.
so far. So like for me to be having a good year, that the year that I was having while playing scared just shows like yeah, I was scared, but like I wasn't scared because I was scared of like the people I was playing against. I was scared because the people around me were so good. I didn't want to look like
So good, yeah.
I
Like
didn't want to look like I didn't belong.
yeah,
And like I was the weak link on that team. You fail to realize that like a lot of people don't know freshman year.
bro. Because who was
And
on that?
so it was me, Maddie, Tate, Shay, Crump, Krishan, Tim, Chandler.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like team was loaded, bro. So like for me to be the weakest link on the defense just
I
shows
forgot
to,
y'all had Shay back there. Shay was nice as a safety too, though. Like he was
bro,
slept on.
him and Crump, hands down, I
Crump,
can say without them two, bro, I probably don't be an All American that year.
boy,
They
Crump was one.
Crump
Crump, bro. After
to this day,
boy,
Crump is the most cerebral player I've ever played with. To this
ever
day,
seen, bro. Ever
he's
seen,
the most
bro.
cerebral player I've ever played with to this day. Like, and I done had teammates that's in the league that like I'm talking about hours and hours on film. Like Crump is literally the most cerebral player
Was
I've
he the
ever
one
played.
that he blew up like a screen? Was that against Mount Tabor? They tried to throw to Diablo and he ended up hurting him. He was out
Mhm.
for the game.
Mhm.
Devon
Look,
Diablo. He in the league now.
hey, now you wanna know what's crazy? That play happened. What's his name? Crump got in and made that play because I was on the sideline because I had blue coverage. I had blue the coverage, and they the only touchdown they scored that game was literally from the coverage I blew. I was in cover. We was in cover three,
It was
bro.
a deep ball too, wasn't it?
Bruh, we was in cover
I
three,
remember that jump.
and they ran the shallow cross concept, but they threw a post on the outside to the outside corner. I mean the outside receiver. Like they ran the shallow cross concept.
You took the underneath.
It
Like
was
you thought
there
you
was an 11 personnel. I want to say there was an 11 personnel.
okay.
They went drag by the slot, dig. They were drag by the slot, dig by the tight end, but
You
the
took the
outside
dig.
receiver ran the post, and I bit on that dig. I came down out the
Dig,
middle
yeah,
of the
you
field on that
did.
dig, and boy, I seen the ball go over my head. I was just like,
That's a young safety move right there though. That's what
I was
that
like,
is.
bruh, the ball in the air. I'm watching the ball get caught, and the dude scored a touchdown. I'm just in my head like they should have put me on JV.
Hey, so so let's talk about it though. Playing for Coach Willett though, because I'll talk about it. But I remember my sophomore year when I was playing. I was kind of on that cusp of 8 quarters, bro. I won't never forget. I was standing beside Christian and Alec Nugent, bro. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a word. Them boys was over there laughing. Willett looked at me. He said, "Go back to JV." I said, "Yo, like."
Yeah,
So, bro, like,
for something
like,
so
talk about
small.
it, bro. What was it like playing? Like, what would you say it was like playing for Coach Willard?
It was very well needed because as a player at the time, I was smelling myself. Because like I said, I had a good buzz behind myself within the city. I was thinking I was better than what I was, especially for me switching from offense to defense. Like I've always loved defense. And defense is probably like the reason why I was good at offense because I was reading the defense before I was getting the ball and I was seeing what they was in before like the play was snapped, so I know like how to run a route or whatever the case may be. And that's the only reason why I feel like I truly had success on offense. I'm an athlete, of course, but defense just was always a natural fit glove. So playing safety for the first time truly for a whole season. I mean, of course, in Pop Warner you play safety, linebacker, corner, and stuff like that, but like
Yeah, everything.
you feel me? You're not really seeing too many teams come out in 10 personnel and throwing the ball at every play or whatever the case may be. Just getting there and him actually having the faith and the patience with me. I needed that. He used to chew my ass out though. I ain't gonna lie, excuse my French, but he used to chew me out. Like,
Man, you good.
one thing for sure, two things for certain. A lot of people may feel some type of way about Willard, may look at Willard a certain way, may think of Willard a certain person. I love that man. He's a great man. He's a great coach. Because at the end of the day, I never forget. He looked me in my eyes and told me he wouldn't allow me to go down the same path that my brother went down. But those were big shoes to fill, and not only fill,
Yeah.
but to put on. Like for me, in my mind, one of the 48 laws of power is to avoid walking in a great man's shoes.
Mm, yeah.
So it got to a time like where I would be mad because I would always be getting compared to my brother. And like me and Aki used to do everything the same. Like we used to wear the same number. We grew up wearing three together. Then like he got to high school, he switched to two. And that's when I started to get my own identity, kinda. I ain't even realized it like that for real until just now that I think about it. Like we literally were everything. Like, so that's the reason why I guess you could say I was in the shadow. Like we were, like he started gaining some praise about himself on high school. And I mean, the rest was history for real like that. I never forget the first time I actually sat down and watched tape and watched film was when we played y'all. I watched the film of when y'all played the Rams the first time. No
Yeah.
cap. And I learned little things like because AJ Hall was the quarterback, right?
Yeah. Because that's the year Brandon Bullins broke his arm. He was supposed to be our quarterback.
hmm So AJ had a tendency of whatever side he's opening up to, he puts the opposite foot back. No cap.
Yeah. See, but it's like, bro,
Little things
that's
like
Pop
that.
Warner. Like, ain't nobody thinking about that, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. So like literally I was playing linebacker and I told them I was like once I found that out, I was like, hey, put me on the edge. And I promise you
and we definitely couldn't. We definitely couldn't run the ball for some reason. I was like in that game, bro. We had been running. We six running backs deep, but in that game we could not run the football. Like we ended up getting blown out. But I remember we didn't really care about that game because
Y'all already had y'all spot in the playoffs.
yeah, but then Queen and them went and lost to some trash team so that we wouldn't get into the playoffs
They
because
lost to
they
the
beat us,
Panthers.
bro. Because I remember that. I remember that year, bro. Like we was talking to Jarrell, bro. They had Deshaun Adams in them, and we played them on a
Mm-hmm.
weeknight game in Kernersville,
I
bro.
remember that shit
And
too.
that game was packed out, and we ended up losing by like 3 points or something,
I was
bro.
gonna say
And
y'all lost
that
by
messed up
4.
our whole year, bro.
It was 26.
See,
It was
like,
26. It was 26-22.
bro, I won't never forget that game, bro. I won't never forget that shit. But and we talk about all right, but then we talk about like playing at East and coming in behind your brother. What like when did you make that transition from like running back to safety?
So mind you, so like he was already at East, and like he kind of had
Hmm.
made a name for himself and established our family basically, like our like not just himself but our family. He
Yeah.
like did enough to where he established our family within the program, and like that's what's crazy. Like,
Oh
cause
yeah.
a lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize my cousin Nashay, he transferred in his senior year,
Mm.
ended up starting, played running back, got the number he wanted, the whole nine. You feel me? Like I ain't saying it like Coach
Yeah.
Willard just, but I mean, shoot,
Nah,
when
nah,
you
she
got a,
was nice though.
I have to say when you got a baller, bro, like you gon' you gonna do what you got to do to help that baller. You feel me?
Yeah.
So my cousin came in and balled, but that's all because like I started working out at East like during the summer, like his sophomore year. So then I'm basically like 2 years in. A lot of people didn't realize I'm 2 years into a high school weightlifting program going
Yeah.
into my freshman
Already.
year. Because like my last 2 years in middle school, like my seventh grade and eighth grade year, I'm lifting and like working out with high schoolers. You feel me? So that's why
Hmm.
like pot one was so easy to me because like shit, I'm on a whole different time. I'm on a whole different wave right now. You feel me? So that transition was it was more like physically it was easier, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
because like I was already preparing myself for it. Mentally, boy, I ain't stand a chance. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So like that transition, just like confidence was like it was up and down. Like I be confident in myself, and then I step out on the field, I'm scared. All right, so I'm gonna give you two examples. One, I was nervous my first 7-on-7 because I was like, man, I don't want to go out here and blow coverage. But like, I literally killed the 7-on-7 season.
Hmm.
I remember my only problem was I couldn't catch a cold at times. I remember I think it was like Guilford College. I had dropped like 2 or 3 picks, bro, like 2 or 3 gimmies, two or
Yeah.
three gimmies, bro. Like I had dropped them, and like but I was catching like outrageous difficult picks, but I was dropping the easy ones. So like that's why I was like, yeah, man, this shit crazy. So mentally, like it was just tough, cause like I said, I switched positions, and then like I ain't gonna naturally like I mean, and it makes sense, bro. Like anybody would do it. Now that I'm older, I really look back and see like I understand why people was the way it was, but like my transition was difficult mentally because I wasn't welcomed into the locker room a lot by a lot of people. Like outside of my friends that I was cool, well, my key friends and my friends that I was cool with and that I knew outside of the school and like I knew before I got to high school, I wasn't liked by a lot
Bro,
of I think
that's a competitive
yeah,
locker
you
room, a
feel me? Like
competitive school, bro. You came in as a freshman.
I
Like,
came in and like that's why a lot of people didn't like me. I came in as a freshman with
yeah.
a single digit number. Nobody know me from a can of paint except the coaches and except the
Exactly.
teachers.
Exactly.
You feel me? So they like
Exactly.
they like who the fuck? They just handing out low numbers
Who
because
this
it's not
nigga
because it's not
Yeah.
Keith's little brother and shit. Like, but people
Yeah.
didn't understand the body of work that I put in. People didn't understand the body of work that I had to present. So like I
Mhm.
said, I worked out with the JV for 2 years. I basically did 2 years of JV. No, I didn't do no plays, but like they seen my competitive edge. They seen my work ethic. They
Yeah.
seen that I didn't have to be there. I'm there for 2 years. 2 years straight. I was there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like they seen that, and like I remember I got cussed out for going back to JV my freshman year. Like I came in when we came in, I got cussed out by Willie. He like, cause I'll never forget the first workout. I went with JV because Stu used to handle JV. So boom,
Yeah. Yeah.
after we
Yeah.
got thing on meet, we break off. Boom, I'm down with JV. Willie like, they do a roll call for varsity in the locker room. They call my name. Willie come down to the locker room. He come down to JV. He like, what the fuck are you
Bro, his voice get high like that
doing? I'm
too.
like,
I'm already, yeah.
huh? I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm at practice.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be
Like,
up
what
there.
you mean?
I'm like, you're supposed to be in the fucking weight room. Like, shit, my
Yeah,
fault.
but I remember. I remember, bro, like he did that jump to me one time when I was like, once again, I'm on the cusp of like I'm 8 quarters. I don't know if I'm gonna be 8 quarters or just varsity. But bro, like I'm we split up. I go with JV. He like, if you want to be on JV, son, just say that. You can
And
stay
I'm
down
like,
there. Don't even worry about it.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
what the
bro,
fuck? Like, I didn't want to overstep. No, I didn't want to overstep my boundaries. You feel me?
that's what I'm saying.
But
That's what I was.
that transition just I wasn't really too welcomed into the locker room at first, man. Until like after Guilford. Like really, bro, I didn't get accepted by a lot of people until after Guilford, bro. Like until after the Guilford College 707. And like after that we ended up like you feel me, I'm like shit, I'm feeling good about myself a little bit. I'm like shit, I done made a couple plays, I got PBUs up under my belt, I got a couple picks up under my belt, my back pedal still suck, but I'm making plays out here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how I'm thinking. I'm like, shit, I'm making plays. I'm alright. I'm alright. Man, we go out to Parkland, and like what a lot of people didn't know, we had lost to Parkland that year in the 707. I'm talking about got
I
waxed.
do. Oh, I remember that.
We
Don't I
got
remember that? Don't
waxed.
I do remember that.
We got
I do
waxed.
remember that.
So like, I'm thinking I
What's
did
the name was
good.
their quarterback? They was balling out there. I do
hmm
remember that. Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm doing good. I'm like shit. I almost had a one hand pick. I'm talking about Odell style. Like, you feel me on some crazy stuff. Like I almost had a little one hand. I had like 3 PBUs. Yeah, I'm like, shit, yeah, we finna go in the huddle, goddamn. I'm finna get some praise. Man, we went in the huddle.
Hmm.
Coach Willis took that hat off, scratched his head. It was like, fellas, I don't know what, after this, I don't know what this year gonna look like. I was like, I'm sitting here looking around, everybody's face long and fat.
But everybody, but Khalid, bro, everybody was feeling like that, bro, because we really like it was like we didn't show up to play that day. I remember that.
Bruh,
I
but
remember that at
that's the
Parkland. We
guy.
played. We went to Parkland.
Yeah, that's the guy. To me, I thought we did good.
Nah.
And so boom. After that, we had the jamboree, and the
Hmm.
jamboree. Damn, I should say how many times the doorbell? But at the jamboree, no, not the jamboree. We scrimmaged Dudley first. That was what,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 That was it.
bruh.
Yeah, that was my first taste of really playing varsity though, because I got in, bro. I'm out there with Nike, said and them, and I'm like, yo, and
So
I won't never forget. It was one play. You know, we supposed to relay the shit over, bro. Niggas don't do. I'm on the opposite side. I do not get the play, bro. I Willard cuts me slap out after that. I said, what am I supposed to do? But go
bruh,
ahead, brother. We was playing that Dudley, or we scrimmaged Dudley. Go ahead.
bruh, let me tell you how I woke up constipated that fucking. I was so fucking scared. I couldn't even shit, bro. I was that scared. Like, cause in my head, bro, like you got to think about it, like I'm going through workouts. We just did all that. Parkland scrimmage come right before the jamboree, and I'm like, damn, bro, like I'm nervous. I'm like, this is the Dudley. This is Dudley. Like, you feel me? All I hear
Yeah,
coming
coming
into
off
high
of
school,
multiple state
you
championships.
feel me? Like this coming into high school, I'm just hearing Dudley this, Dudley that, Dudley that. So, oh, real. I'm gonna be real. In my head, this Friday Night Lights, we the white school, and
Yes,
that's Carter High.
and that's yeah, yeah,
So, I
yeah.
was scared. I was like, oh
Hey,
my god. I was like, bro,
because bro, you look at it, bro. They had niggas like Hendon Hooker, bro. Like
they had a squad. They had Cornell,
squad,
Hendon, Ezra. Man, they had Mac. All them. They was on that.
bro.
I was nervous, bro.
On that.
I was nervous, bro. And like
But go
I
ahead.
never forget. Like I woke up and like weird because my dad is a big stickler on like not really traditions but like a routine. Like you feel me? You look good, you feel good, you play good. So my pops took me and Aki out. We got some cleats, got some gloves and stuff. Boom, I'm locked in. I got my headphones playing, and unconsciously I done psyched myself out already. Like unconsciously, like you can ask any of the bros, like they all know this story. So I'm listening to music. I'm so scared. I done walk. So we at the Parkland Stadium. You know how the Greyhounds feel
Hmm.
right behind it. So like everybody like in that
Yeah.
area right there. Now I done walked all the way to the fence. I'm at the park. You know the park behind the
Dang.
damn
Yeah.
touchdown. I'm all the way over there just swinging on. I'm sitting there just listening to music, like staring off into space. My brother like, bro, you ain't gotta be scared, bro. I'm like, bro, fuck that. Dang, I'm
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
So I come out.
Yeah.
We come out, bro. Like first
You
play,
got thrown into the fire.
got thrown into the fire. I'm like, bro, this is my first time. That because like what people said, that was my first contact outside of team periods and stuff. That was my
Uh-huh.
first contact, high school contact. We playing the defending state champions. You feel me?
Hmm.
That them niggas, Carter High. You feel me? So I'm nervous, bro. First play of the game, bro. They get the ball to Ezra, I think it was. Like they went two run plays back to back. They go ball to Ezra, and then they gave Cornell the ball. Ooh, big running backs, bro. Two huge running backs. I wrote 2 fat checks back to back. I didn't care. And then I got my first contact, and I was just like, damn, it don't
Yeah,
hurt.
he was good.
I was like, it don't hurt. I don't need to be scared. I was like, this ball. So I was like, man,
But
when in
that's
doubt,
where
that's when I came up with my number one slogan in high school. It got me through high school. This slogan got me through high school now. I promise you. Like I carried this slogan with me to my senior year, bro. No cap. When in doubt, write it out. That means when in doubt, shoot the check. When in doubt, write it out. I'm
see,
shooting the
hey,
check.
see, Khalid, it's people like you why my ACL got torn. But you know what? But you know what?
Hey,
But you talk about like, bruh. But I think that's where you really realize, like, bro, we practice against them guys every day. So like going out here and
exactly.
playing in these games, this
So
ain't
like that's
nothing.
how, and like when I started getting older, I realized like that's why people at Bama had so much success. That's why people at Clemson had so much success because we're going against the best every day in practice.
Every day.
We come out on game day. I ain't saying that the people you're going against aren't good, but they're not them guys. You
It's
go against them
easy.
guys
It's
every day.
easy.
It's easier.
It's
The
easy.
releases are not as shifty. The releases are not as fast. These guys not running routes as quick. These guys not catching the ball as good. They contesting catches
Mhm.
not good. You feel me? I actually have a rep here that's gonna throw the flag because these motherfuckers on the arm bar. You feel me? Little things like that. Yeah, y'all used to kill me with that. Y'all used to kill me with that.
What? Yeah, we
The arm
get
bar or the slight
yes.
push or the
Oh,
slight push on the way up to the
yes.
fade. Y'all used to blow me with that.
Oh, what? Or at the top of the route, just push your hip a little bit. Like
See, that's why
that's low enough. The ref
I,
ain't gonna see it. The ref ain't gonna call it.
I used to grab that. I used to grab that jersey and pull you close. I used to get away with that, boy. I promise.
Hey, but I won't never forget. You remember that 1-on-1 me and you had
You slapped me. That shit pissed me off.
that jump, that jump.
I was so
No, bro,
mad, bro.
our 1-on-ones used to really be like
Competitive.
1-on-1 period used to be crazy.
But I never forget, bro. Like I went 1-on-1 with Nike, bro, and like it was like a day like we was like in 1-on-1 period for like ever, bro. Like I got like 3 reps
Yeah.
against Nike. I got like 2 reps against Sid. I got a rep against Zach. Like I was getting cooked. What AB say? What everybody say? I'm getting cooked. Like I was getting murdered, bro. Like,
What
but
Terry
like
used to say, you was giving out scholarships. Yeah.
like, but
Yeah.
like going against like what people fail to realize, like literally, I had every prototype of a receiver on my team. I
Mhm.
had the speed with the shiftiness in Nike. I had the body, like the big receiver and said. I had a body control tight end who's going to use their body to win their routes and win contested catches. And Zach, you feel me? So I learned how to play my courage from all those guys. Like I learned how to adapt like with all those guys, like I learned cheat codes, I learned things that I could do to win on Friday. So like that was in itself the best part about being at East to me.
Mhm.
Basically being able to sharpen my blade before even having to go into battle. You feel me? Boy, I think one of my biggest takeaways though from East, like it's a lot of like everybody. Of course, everybody's gonna have. Like if you ask 100 dudes that play high school football, 100 dudes gonna tell you that it was somebody on their team that was supposed to be in the league or whatever the case may be. But I guarantee you, bro, like I played with some freaks of nature, some guys that was like abnormal, like Darius Crump, who else? And then nigga,
We
you
really
remember
went to yeah, then, yeah,
and
bro.
then
We
freak of
went to
nature. I'm
bro.
talking about then
The amount
sleep
of players
12 hours, wake up, don't eat, do 6 backflips, go
don't
rush for
don't
126 yards.
stretch, don't do nothing.
Go rush for 126 yards. Might eat a bag
Bro,
of
I'm
chips and
talking
apples
about
and go back to sleep.
we really had dogs, like real but I
Animals.
tell people like I really realized once I got out of high school that high school football is not created equal everywhere, bro. And we really had one of like the
Bro, if
better
we had the
programs. So like
exposure,
what
if we had the exposure, just think about it, if North Carolina at the time, because like where people have to realize, like North Carolina is just now starting to get exposure when it comes to sports,
yeah,
like because we was known as the hoop state. Not only
Hoop
just
State
that we were
facts.
known as the hoop state, but social media wasn't like as prevalent as it was now. You feel me back then? So like
Mhm.
we were known as the hoop state, and then like we had all these football players who were so talented, but like
Mhm.
they didn't have the exposure or they didn't have the grades or whatever the case may be. It's whatever it is. Like you feel me? The list can go on and on.
Bro, but we was this little school in Kernersville, North Carolina, bro, and we were ranked in the nation, bro. Like it wasn't like we were really
On
like
that.
this is what I don't think people really realize, like, bro, this is part of the reason why I'm doing this junk too, bro, is to put a light on this shit, bro, because the amount of athletes that not just came out of the state, but the city and our school was crazy.
Dang.